What's up, Haunters? Today we're going to be counting down the top 5 worst Spirit Halloween animatronics of all time as voted on by you, the viewers. So, let's get started. So how's it going, everyone? Like I mentioned, today we're counting down the top 5 worst Spirit Halloween animatronics of all time as voted on by all of you. So basically, a week ago I asked you what the worst animatronics were. I took the top 5 answers and then put them in a community poll to get them ranked for this video. So today we'll be counting down all 5 of these that you all think are the worst ever. So let's get into number 5. So at number 5, with 3% of votes, we've got Bobby Streens. And for this animatronic, I was surprised to see people commenting that this one was the worst one of all time, because honestly, Bobby Streens, I think he's an all-right animatronic, but it seems like a lot of people just really dislike the voice on this guy, which I will agree, it's not the greatest voice ever, but the voice does still work for the prop. He's supposed to be this Pinocchio remake in this creepy form, and the voice, I think, really sounds like Pinocchio and definitely fits the prop. But still, a lot of people out there dislike him. That's why he's number 5 on the list. Number 4. And up next at number 4 with 6% of votes is the Walking Zombie Girl. And this animatronic, if you want to know why it's so bad, just take a listen to its audio here.
Hey, don't go. Play with me. I a person very lonely. Very lonely. I need a partner. Go with me to hell and
And not only does it have that extremely terrible audio, but also just the look of this thing. It looks so cheap, and I can't believe Spirit even sold this. It does not look like an animatronic that they would ever sell. If it was up to me, I definitely would have ranked this at number 1 on the list, because it's just so bad, and I don't know why Spirit would even sell this. But, of course, for today, it's number 4. Number 3. And next up, taking the number 3 spot with 15% of votes is Tombstone Terror. So this animatronic here would be a fun one to see over at Walmart as a tabletop animatronic, but this thing did not deserve to be a full-scale Spirit Halloween animatronic. They just did such a bad job on this. The little skeleton that pops out from behind the tombstone just looks so cheap, and it would have been so better if they would have made an actually good prop to pop out from behind this. And even just the look of the tombstone on this, it looks pretty cheap and nothing too better. They really could have done better on the design for this. So this animatronic, the idea for it is really awesome, but the design they went with just completely sucks, and I can see why people hate this, and that's why it's number 3 on the list. Number 2. So honestly, I was a little surprised to see this at number 2 instead of number 1, but we've of course got Johnny Punk. So Johnny Punk here is definitely one of the most hated Spirit Halloween animatronics of all time. And why not? His audio is just one of the worst ones we ever got. They did not do a good job designing this. Like, just take a listen.
I've been waiting for you to come out and play. What took you so long? Who you calling a clown? You don't know who you're messing with.
And other than his audio, another thing that sucks about him is just his animation. It just feels very slow and not faster like lots of other Sweden props out there. Now, I will say, when I first saw the photos for this guy, I was really excited and thought he was going to be one of my favorites for that year. But once I saw his animation and heard his audio and everything, I immediately did not like this guy as much. He's an alright animatronic, but they really could have done a lot better with him, and that's why he's at number 2. Number 1. And lastly, everyone, coming in at the number 1 spot, we've got the worst animatronic of all time as voted on by all of you. And this animatronic, of course, is Night Terror. So I've got to say, I think he's an alright animatronic, but lots of people are just hating on him for a lot of different reasons. Like his audio there with the laugh and everything isn't the best audio ever, and his animation there is just so weird. It seems like something Sunstar would do, not crazy great. The overall look of him too, it just looks pretty cheap. Overall, I think it's an alright animatronic for a budget prop, but it just didn't really turn out that well, and it's just a bad animatronic, so that's why it's at number 1. And with all that said, everyone, that of course is it for today's video. That is the top 5 worst animatronics of all time as voted on by all of my viewers out there. And thanks to everyone who put in their comments and voted and everything and shared their opinions about these animatronics. honestly, this is a pretty good list. All of these, except for Bobby Streens, I'll say I would definitely put on a list for the worst animatronics of all time, because lots of these just kind of suck and aren't that good. And if any of you out there want to comment or vote on the next post I make for another video in the future, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications so you get notified when I upload or post something new, so you can know when to go and vote on something. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.